Welcome, everybody, to the N Word for Nerd podcast. I am your host, the corny one himself, Jason. I am here with my host, as always, starting off with Jason number A, the Duke of all nerds. Jason, what's going on, man?
Another day, another dollar. Or trying to be a squirrel, just trying to get a nut. What's that rap lyric song? I don't know. Go on.
I mean, you can always be a man trying to get a nut, too. So.
Yeah, I was saying we're all trying to get a nut, my dude.
That I'm here always as the token white guy. We have Jaren here. Jaren, what's going on, token?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, again, everybody, if you're checking us out here, remember to like, share, subscribe on all places that you hear Canon Circus. That is YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, podcasts, and everywhere we are at. So please check us out there. And without further ado, welcome to the show. And let's jump right into our top three. Our top three right now are going to be of charismatic actors. And let's go ahead with the Duke of all nerds. You start off. What is your number one or your number three?
Number three. All right. So this is kind of hard for me to do, but I did it. I did my homework.
Actresses, right?
Actors. They're all actors at this.
Sure. Fair.
So number three for me, it's going to be Idris Elba. He shines pretty much in anything he does, even if it's a terrible movie. He's usually the best part. And coming to mind is, we are canceling the apocalypse in Pacific Rim. Not the second one. He was dead in the second one. So number three for me is Idris Elba. I know, he's British, but he's my kind of British.
Idris is
Your
brilliant.
kind of British. Okay. We'll
love that. Idris. You're absolutely right. 100%.
All right. Jaren, you're number three.
Number three, Tom Cruise.
I like that.
I don't care what couches he's dancing on in reality. I don't care what fucking cult he belongs to. When he's on screen, he's got a job to do and he does it well. And he delivers. The fucking guy delivers. He's got on-screen charisma that'll and that's my number three.
And his stunts are out of this world, man. Like when he does a stunt,
break a leg to make a shot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My number three is going to be The Rock, which he's steadily climbing up my list as he goes on. But yeah, The Rock. I mean, that was you guys' number one athlete turned actor. So I guess you
That's
guys
athlete
totally
turned
agree. You totally agree with The Rock as being a charismatic actor and lead. So that is my number three. Is good old Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Also check out Young Rock if you haven't, because if you don't enjoy that just from his intro and charisma from that, I don't know what to tell you.
So
right,
I revised my list like 3 times or 4 times, and originally The Rock was on my list, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to take him off in favor of other actors that maybe not get so many accolades. So number 2 for me is Viola Davis. Pretty much, she's just like Idris Elba. Pretty much, even if she's in a bad movie like Suicide Squad, she's usually the best part. She usually commands the screen. She is just a phenomenal actor. We don't need a genderized actor anymore. And I love her. I love her in everything she's in. So she's my number 2.
I can't disagree. I guess I'm just trying to think of what have I seen her in that I'm like, oh man, she just pops out of screen. But
give me 2 more movies she's in. Help me out. Who is she?
A lot of things.
Widows.
She's Widows. Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah,
she's from How to Get Away with Murder. That's a TV show. Shonda Rhimes TV show. She is Amanda Waller in the Suicide Squad, both movies.
Oh, yes. No, I fucking love that guy.
Oh, yeah, see, now that you know who she is.
I couldn't figure out, I couldn't place the name with the, yeah, okay. Yeah, Amanda Waller. Dude, talk about encapsulating exactly the animated version of her that preceded her.
I mean, she could put on a few pounds for that role, but still.
Right. She's not as squared off, but yes. When I saw her, I was like, they have cast.
They did it right. There was really only one choice for that anyway.
Yeah.
So
all right. Am I echoing?
No.
Cool.
All right, go ahead.
Number 2. I mean,
I didn't think
it's
this
The
far.
Rock, but we've already had the conversation. I mean, the guy exudes. Like, come on. I mean, every time you look at him, you're like, tell me why you're great. You know,
I just want to be held in your
believe it.
arms and just
Yeah,
have you sing
just
Moana to me.
just a little bit of this. Yeah. Like Jack Whitehall got to be in this movie we're about to talk about.
Yeah, no, I mean, The Rock is great. Always. My number 2 is probably the iconic one. The first person that I watched on screen and was like, oh, this dude on screen feels different or views different. Harrison Ford, man. First time everything I watched with Harrison Ford, and like I was like, man, how does he do this? How am I entertained by like just his presence? And it makes it even more interesting that I'm entertained by him, that when you find out he's kind of a prick in real life.
It's his curmudgeonly attitude.
Yeah, and I'm still like, nah, I'm okay with it. Like,
like how you be
he just doesn't give a fuck.
Like, old man.
right? Like, Harrison, did Han shoot first? I don't give a fuck. Like,
he's like,
I
listen,
don't feel like he's an actor first. I feel like he's like, I don't want to be bothered with any of this, but you're gonna pay me, so I guess I'll do this for you.
He's an actor first, which is like, why are you guys still talking about something that I played 30 fucking years ago? I was whatever.
I was president of the United States, for crying out loud.
My family.
Good old Harrison Ford is my number 2. Iconic roles, but besides that, even the stuff that he was terrible in, still he just commands the screen. He just, chops it up there. So, all right, Jason, number A, what is your number 1 charismatic actor?
Denzel Washington. Do I need to say more? Denzel Washington.
I feel like you guys are making sure that you got the black card back.
See, this, as I said, I revised my list like 3 times. And I was like, even though it's Denzel Washington, he was going to be in the running for the top spot no matter what. Mm-hmm. I was like, who else? I was thinking about like Chris Pratt or Chris Evans or something like that. Like, fuck those guys. Denzel Washington.
right. When it's my turn, I'll talk about that 2 more. But yes, come on. All right. Come on. Yeah. Jerry, you're number 1.
All right. Better say Denzel Washington. No, you say whatever you're gonna say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be it. All right. Somebody that I've seen in almost every genre, and every time he shows up, and it's a he, I just enjoy his presence in the movie. Simon Pegg.
That's a good one.
Like, he spans genres. He's sci-fi, he's romantic comedy, he's fighting the zombie apocalypse. He's all over the place. He's just a cop in a small Britain town. Like, but he's also just gone everywhere else. Like, I mean, talk about
a guy who likes to run.
Yeah, talk about a niche that guy, like, he's carved out a bit of him where he walks from like full-on Hollywood productions to substantially small, like, British productions and everything in between, and he fucking carries himself exceptionally well. Simon Pegg, every time I see his name or his face, it makes me happy.
He's a good guy. I enjoy him too.
Yeah.
Not Denzel Washington level, but
I mean, that being said, Simon Pegg, Denzel Washington. Let's see.
Training Day 2.
Let's get that movie greenlit.
So yeah, like I agree with Simon Pegg, but I always feel like it's tears to this ish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like I can't see Simon Pegg's charisma leading or translating a big budget slap down Hollywood flick. I think when it's the indier, geekier, genre-esque run, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was my hardest problem with making this list, because I picked out a lot of names, but I think a lot of those guys are genre favorite charisma guys, not where you could put them in anything and they always will bust through. My like Jason number 8 is Denzel Washington, but I'm glad you brought up Simon Pegg because you're right. I have revised my list a bunch of times, and people that are on my list like Sam Rockwell,
Yeah, great.
Cillian Murphy. Like I had a lot of guys on my list that I was like, these guys are amazing, but I can't see Sam Rockwell getting a big budget Hollywood flick and running because you know what? They tried it with that him and a Kendrick movie, and it didn't work out well. Where he was a hitman that was kind of autistic, or it just didn't go well. Cillian Murphy, where again, it's Sunshine. I love Sunshine. One of my favorite flicks. Again, so there's a lot of people I had on my list. I mean, hell, even Nick Frost. We talk about Simon Pegg. Nick Frost is another guy that commands.
I mean, you can involve him, but Simon Pegg did a lot of things outside of Nick Frost. Now, I'm not saying
Nick Frost has done a lot of things outside of Simon Pegg.
Best friends forever and aren't co-writers. What I'm saying is,
dude, have you seen Nick Frost in Borderlands fucking having his stuntman do all that stuff? Because the man can barely walk, but he was in Borderlands and he didn't have this knee Simon Pegg. He was great in that. He was great in the Nevers.
Right.
God, he was
so, but I'm saying, but I think it's, but I
he
I
is
think
great in the Nevers. They're gonna get a new season.
Good. Well, no,
great in the Nevers.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I think it's levels to it. So, and like even as much as he's crapped on Shia LaBeouf has a lot of charisma, but we see when he has to. Oh no! I mean, listen. You may hate the kid.
That's your number one.
No, Denzel Washington is number one. He's just saying Shia LaBeouf is great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying it's levels to this charisma thing that I had to kind of take into account when I was making my list because I had to say, like, if it was a big budget Hollywood flick, do I feel the same way I feel about him how I feel about him on like more of the lower scale stuff? And that's when I started eliminating guys off my list that way. So
I got you.
Ever since after Transformers, Shia LaBeouf's been picking his movies and he's been really, really good in them. Fucking even The Tax Collector, which he was only in while he was in it, he gets murdered in it. He was still like, pretty good. So back off poor Shia, man. He was murdered by Disney.
All right.
So let's be real.
The way I approached this was I literally in my mind put up a firing squad. And I was like, which one of these people would I be less impressed? Like do I not want to see it? Like in a movie, regardless of what's going on. And yeah, Shia would have got real fast.
I mean, that's not you exit him doesn't mean he's not charismatic. Like even what was that movie Eagle Eye that he had to carry that movie? He was damn good at it before he got the stink of Transformers on him. We're not saying the movies are good because on my list too is Will Smith, and we know how many duds he's had, but charisma wise, Will Smith
is really good. Yeah, he carries
some
movies.
Great ones.
Independence Day.
I mean,
fucking iRobot.
Independence Day. I'll stand by my statement. And even Independence Day is not all that.
The one where he was homeless with his kid.
Oh my god.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Pull that movie down so bad. I mean, like, get a kid who can act. Come on.
Yes, that was.
Even for how
such
it's terrible
that I can't remember the name of the movie.
Wild West was. I still was. Will Smith
extra
racist. And the movie was god awful.
Have you watched that recently? That motherfucker. They did not shy away. They did not shy away from the racial epitaphs in that.
I mean,
movie.
how could they not? It's a black dude in the Wild West. They had to do it. Like,
I get it.
You can't gloss over the fact that it took place like 2 years after the Civil War.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying they were putting this shit on fucking like McDonald's cups and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to drop the hard R. Like, what is going on in this movie? Who was this for?
I respected that intent more than like the Magnificent Seven when Denzel's walking around doing whatever the hell he want, and ain't nobody like, hey, why they letting this? How's he running the show? Like nobody asked that. Nobody.
I think Chris Pratt might have said something like one line, but but other than that, they were like, "It's Denzel. Fuck it. He ain't black. It's Denzel Washington."
Because of the charisma,
he's
and that is right.
Like magic
charisma. Okay, well, that's another great episode of the N-Word for Nerd podcast. I thank you all for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed the content that you heard from us. If you did enjoy that content, please share it with everybody. But more importantly, we need you to subscribe to us on Headcanon Circus on Facebook, YouTube, and all the places you listen to podcasts. We're
Please.
excited to have you here, and thank you all for listening. Please remember to comment below, and because I know what you just heard probably made you upset, regardless of what topic you were listening to. We probably pissed somebody off, and tell us how we're wrong, or at least tell us how you're
Or
wrong
how
and
Jared is
we're right.
wrong.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite superhero? Let's
Put
hear it.
that all down there in the bottom. And then, as always, we're signing off here. Jaron, any closing words you want to say to everybody out there?
Jason was wrong about Robin.
All right.
Goofy little fuck.
And Jason,
Not Jason,
number 8.
Robin.
Any closing words?
Jared is wrong about everything. Not just about Robin, just about everything in general. Be kind to one another and tip your servers. And also, Batman is a fucking superhero.
Nope.
It also just feels
He's
good
a rich
to
guy
not be the one arguing with Jaron for once on the show. We'll see you guys next week.